Welcome to Live Alive. In today's video we'll start with Chelsea Liverpool manager target. The Reds have been working in the background since Jurgen Klopp announced in January that he would be standing down at the end of the season, with Alonso quickly emerging as the standout candidate to replace Klopp. The Spaniard, 42, has excelled in his first senior management role at Bayer Leverkusen, who are unbeaten in all competitions this term and appear en route to a first-ever Bundesliga title, unfortunately for the Reds. Bayern Munich are also in the market for a new head coach, and Alonso is their primary choice to succeed Thomas Tuchel. The Reds have alternative options in mind if Alonso heads to Bavaria, chiefly Sporting Lisbon boss Amorim. But the highly rated Portuguese is attracting attention from Stamford Bridge and, as reported by The Guardian, is being monitored by the powers that be at Chelsea. With Chelsea expected to review Pochettino's position, there's an increased likelihood that they could rival Liverpool for the services of Amorim. Current Brighton boss Roberto De Zerbi has also been mooted as a potential candidate, despite their recent decline. Fabinho Carvalho plan revealed. After a dismal first half of the season away at RB Leipzig, Carvalho joined Hull in January. Since then it has been plain sailing for the 21-year-old, who has 3 goals in 9 games for the Tigers. Even Jurgen Klopp has been impressed by Carvalho, singling him out for praise just last week. Despite Klopp's words of encouragement though, the Portuguese youngster struggled for game time under him last season. As a result, perhaps Carvalho could actually be one of the players to benefit from the manager leaving the club. Maybe he can reignite his Liverpool career next season, with this point put to him by the Eye today. The former Fulham youngster played it with a straight bat. He's leaving things up to God. I just want to concentrate on where I am now, which is Hull, and whatever else happens will happen. Obviously there's going to be a few changes, but I'll just leave it to God, and wherever he guides me, I'll go. Liverpool target cost £80 million. Arsenal, Liverpool and Tottenham could all be teams to watch in the race for the transfer of Wolves winger Pedro Neto this summer. According to Ben Jacobs, speaking exclusively to Court Offside for his daily briefing column, the transfer news expert stated that Neto won't come cheap, with Wolves hoping for at least £65 million, but possibly as high as £80 million for the talented young Portugal international. Neto has shone in the Premier League this season, so it makes sense that big clubs now seem to be circling for him. And Jacobs also says there could be an advantage for suitors like Arsenal and Liverpool, as Wolves will be mindful of financial fair play, which could mean they need to cash in on their prized asset. Discussing the Neto transfer situation, Jacobs said, Pedro Neto is going to be in demand this summer, and that should allow Wolves to stick to their asking price. Neto is contracted until 2027, so suitors wishing to sign the informed 23-year-old are going to have to accept Wolves' steep valuation. It's understood that offers will be engaged with from £65 million, but the final number Wolves are looking for could be as high as £80 million. No specific fee is being quoted yet directly to interested clubs. Ryan Gravenberch injury update. The Dutchman has been out of action since being forced off in the early stages of the Reds' Carabao Cup final victory over Chelsea on February 25, and we understand that he will also be unavailable to feature in this week's vital clashes with Sparta Prague and Man City in the Europa League and Premier League respectively. Offering an initial update on Gravenberch's injury last week, Jurgen Klopp moved only to rule the midfielder out of then upcoming meetings with Southampton and Nottingham Forest. He said, "It's a ligament injury, it could have been much worse, but it's bad enough for him to be ruled out for this game. Next game, then we will see." However, it is now understood that a return after the March international break is currently considered the likeliest timeline. That would mean Gravenberch not only misses this week's games, but also the second leg against Sparta Prague, as well as an FA Cup trip to Man United. Tottenham request to sign Joe Gomez revealed. Tottenham made a transfer inquiry to buy Liverpool defender Joe Gomez in the January transfer market, according to reports. Spurs were one of the most active clubs in the winter, with Rodu Dragusin arriving from Genoa in a €30 million deal, while Timo Werner joined on loan until the end of the season from RB Leipzig. Ange Postecoglou also allowed 7 players to leave on loan, and Hugo Lloris moved to Major League Soccer side LAFC in a permanent deal. There were a number of other players who Tottenham were linked to during the winter transfer window, and now the Daily Mail claims they made an approach to sign Liverpool defender Gomez, discussing Gomez's potential call-up to Gareth Southgate's England squad for Euro 2024. The Daily Mail claimed, Liverpool embrace possession just as England will have to do at the Euros. They play with risk under Jurgen Klopp, who expect his defenders to be capable on the ball and leaves them with huge areas to patrol. These qualities in Gomez prompted an inquiry from Tottenham in January. Club Brugge winger Antonio Nunez was another player who Spurs were looking at, with various reports claiming they were close to sealing a transfer. Despite deciding not to seal a deal in January for the Chelsea target, GiveMeSport claimed that Tottenham are still looking at the 18-year-old. Ahead of the summer, Nunez, who is reportedly valued at around £32 million, was linked heavily to the Premier League in the winter, and a departure in the summer could be on the cards. Bayern looking to land Liverpool target. Bayer Leverkusen's Jeremy Frimpong is one of the hottest talents in Europe right now, and the defender has been added to Bayern Munich's list of transfer targets for the summer. That is according to Sky Germany's Florian Plettenberg, who reports that if Bayern appoint a manager who uses a back three, then Frimpong will be a top target for the right-wing back role at the Allianz Arena. The 23-year-old has a release clause in his current Leverkusen contract with around €40 million to €45 million, which will be a bargain for the Dutch star given his performances this season. Frimpong has been one of the best fullbacks in Europe and has put up incredible numbers. Across the 30 matches he has played, the Leverkusen star has scored 10 goals and assisted a further 10. Plettenberg has stated that several other clubs are monitoring Frimpong, one of which is rumoured to be Liverpool. Frimpong was recently asked about links to Liverpool in an interview, and the Dutch star responded by saying it would be wonderful to play for the Reds. Liverpool? It's a great club with a history. That would be wonderful. Who knows what the future holds? The wingback told Ziggo Sport. The Merseyside club face tough competition from Bayern Munich, who are also looking to appoint Liverpool's top managerial target Xabi Alonso ahead of the new season. Whichever club lands the Spanish coach may get Frimpong as well, as the player has been sensational under the 42-year-old's watch. The coming months are huge for both clubs as they go head-to-head with each other for some of the best talent across Europe. And that's the final content of today's video. Like, subscribe to support Live Alive.